Welcome to Dipolog City in Zamboanga del Norte, and welcome to Anthro and Foot's walking tour. This is a self-paced walking tour that features key heritage sites and cultural highlights in the area. We hope you enjoy this tour as much as we enjoyed curating it. Introduction. The Subanen are one of the earliest indigenous groups known to have lived in the Zamboanga Peninsula. The Subanen traditionally inhabited the mountainous areas of Zamboanga del Norte, practicing agriculture, fishing, and other subsistence activities. Pre-colonial communities engaged in trade not only among themselves but also with neighboring islands and Southeast Asian nations. Pre-colonial societies in the Zamboanga Peninsula were often organized around kinship ties and community cooperation. Leadership roles were based on a combination of factors such as wisdom, experience, and spiritual authority. Like many indigenous communities in the Philippines, the people in the Zamboanga Peninsula had their own set of spiritual beliefs and practices. These often revolved around nature, with a deep connection to the land, mountains, rivers, and other natural elements. Rituals and ceremonies were integral parts of their spiritual life. Indigenous communities in the Zamboanga Peninsula were skilled in various traditional arts and crafts. This included weaving, pottery, wood carving, and other crafts that served both functional and cultural purposes. These crafts were often reflective of their connection to the environment and their cultural identity. The arrival of the Spanish in the Philippines, starting in the 16th century, marked a significant shift in the region's history, leading to changes in governance, religion, and culture. The earliest documented history of Dipolog during the Spanish colonial period dates back to 1834, when a civil administration was established by the Spanish provincial government of Misamis, to which Dipolog was then subject. During this period, a captain was appointed as the town executive, along with a teniente and an alguacil to uphold law and order. Don Domingo Ruiz, a local resident, served as the town executive in that year, coinciding with the relocation of the town site from Sitio Tulwanan to its present location. According to tradition, in that particular year, a Spanish Recollect missionary arrived in Tulwanan under the assumption that the town site was still situated there. Upon encountering a local, the missionary inquired, "Donde está el capitán?" Where is the captain? Responding with a limited understanding of the term captain, the unnamed local pointed westward and uttered in Subanon, "Dipag," meaning across the river. Aided by his assistant, a Tagalog boy named Antonio Subido, the missionary traveled downstream and, upon reaching the town site, named the area Dipag. Over the years, this name underwent changes due to mispronunciation and the fusion of Visayan and Subano words, ultimately evolving into its present form, Dipolog. However, well before these events, settlers, both Christianized and non-Christianized, from the Visayas region had already integrated with the Subanos in the Zamboanga Peninsula. To safeguard against pirate attacks, they initially established a pueblo in what is now Barangay Siani of Polanco, approximately 20 kilometers from the coast of Dipolog. Subsequently, when the threat of piracy diminished, they relocated the settlement to Sitio Isab, Nipaan, constructing a church on a hilltop overlooking a vast plain in the mouth of the Isab Creek. The Spanish colonization of Dipolog and northwestern Mindanao unfolded under the influence of Catholicism, with missionaries insisting on the attendance of Christianized locals at both morning and afternoon masses and church services. The inconvenience of climbing the hill to attend services led the residents to move downriver to Tulwanan, where they erected another chapel. In 1834, as previously mentioned, the settlement relocated to its current site at the mouth of the Dipolog River. With an influx of settlers, mainly from Bohol, Cebu, and pioneers from Negros, the town saw a succession of capitanes governing its affairs. In 1903, during a visit to Dapitan, Judge William H. Taft, president of the Second Philippine Commission, ordered the separation of Dapitan District, which included Dipolog, from Cagayan de Oro of Misamis Province, and its annexation to Provincia Mora, later known as Zamboanga Province. However, a setback occurred in 1904 when an American officer, acting as the provincial secretary of Provincia Mora, declared Dipolog a barrio of Dapitan. This persisted for 8 years, with protests and petitions from the people yielding no resolution. In 1910, a significant change occurred when a young man from Dipolog, Pascual T. Martinez, was appointed municipal president of Dapitan. His appointment, viewed by many as providential, marked the beginning of a new chapter in Dipolog's governance. The Santa Cruz marker, erected by the Boholanos on May 3, 1905, became a landmark symbolizing Dipolog's Christianity. It stands as the oldest existing landmark in the city. On July 1, 1913, Dipolog was officially inaugurated as a municipality, with Pascual Martinez serving as its first municipal mayor. His appointment was made by General John J. Pershing, the Governor-General of Mindanao. Today, Dipolog continues to be a center for trade and commerce in the Zamboanga Peninsula. The city's economy is diverse, with sectors such as agriculture, commerce, and services playing crucial roles. Dipolog's cultural heritage also remains an integral part of its identity. Local events, festivals, and celebrations often showcase the city's rich cultural diversity, such as the Dakak Festival, which is celebrated in honor of the city's founding anniversary, the Katkat Sakripisyo Festival, which is held during Holy Week, specifically on Good Friday, involving a procession of religious images depicting the passion and sacrifice of Jesus Christ, the Hudyaka Festival, celebrated every July and serves as Dipolog's commemoration of its Charter Day, and the Sagkahan Festival, usually held in September, which highlights Dipolog City's role as a gateway to Western Mindanao.